of the week. So we're ready for basketball here tonight. Wright State and Toledo getting it underway at the Nutter Center. Parks is going to jump center against Amari Bay. And the tap is controlled by the Rockets, who've won the last two contests against the Raiders. Parks down inside against Amari. Short range just drops it in. An early 2-0 Toledo lead.
Yeah, Parks got there quick, got in good position under the basket, and got a great pass for a layup.
He's an Ohio State University transfer from the St. Mary's area. With the ball, Wright State coming off a 10-point loss at Cal. Down inside it goes on the post. Woods back out front. Now we see Tunu.
Toledo's in man-to-man.
Callahan pushed out front. Long three on his first attempt. It's off the back of the iron, and it's going to go out of bounds. The Raiders have not shot the ball very well in these first two games, particularly from the outside.
No, and that's not there's Kowalczyk. He's been there for quite a long time, 16th season. Has done a marvelous job because he's been so consistent with his team. They've been a contender in that league for some time. They had last year was the first time in 5 years they didn't win 20 games. He was previously at Green Bay. Wright State fans would know him from his time at Green Bay. He was successful there, too.
Here's Shaw inside, turning around on the double team, lays it in, and he's fouled. So Toledo making an effort, both times down, to go inside to the big man. He's got 4 with a chance to make it 5.
Well, he's got great position inside. I mean, you got to defend a low post before the ball goes in there. You can't wait until the ball goes in and decide you're going to defend it. And he's got great position both times. Michael Amara.
Parks' free throw is good, 5-0. He's got all 5 Rocket points.
Michael Amarabe is going to have to get with it because you cannot allow a guy to get that deep in the post. I don't care who he is. He's going to hurt you.
Wilson has Michael Cooper. It's Woods with the ball. Back out front to Itunu. Cooper has it again. The Raiders did struggle at times getting the ball inside at Cal. On the wing, it's Callahan. Goes down in low to Amari Bay. Lost it and stolen away by Sean Craig. And back comes Toledo on top 5-0. Blyden Jr. threw it away. Called for traveling. This Blyden Jr., he was a runner-up Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan. These guards for Toledo are extremely talented.
Well, yeah, Coach Kowalczyk has done a great job. There's Coach Clint Sargent with the Raiders. But he's done a great job recruiting guards the past few years. I mean, Sonny Wilson, he got out of Michigan, and you know, they've had good guards in the past. They got another one coming in here, and Blyden. He's averaging almost 14 points a game as a
Woods
freshman.
underneath all alone is Amari Bay who puts it in. 5-2, Rockets on top by 3. We played almost 2 minutes.
Now, I didn't see if he got a screen there or not. That was just a straight cut from the weak side, but that was a good awareness by the
Here's Craig on the drive against Woods, cut off at the elbow. Now Blyden Jr. really quick, and it knocked away and stolen by Cooper. Quickly up the left side to Callahan. Callahan looks cross court, goes back to Cooper. The Raiders reset. Amari Bay outside the arc against Shaw, taking him inside. Going in with that shoulder, still with it underneath, forces it up from close range, off the back iron, missed it. Craig the rebound.
Yeah, Michael's had trouble with that. He'll get in deep and he'll shoot it just a tad too hard. In both games so far, that he's missed opportunities inside to score.
Craig going inside on Itunu, fadeaway with the left hand, missed it, and the rebound picked up by Logan Woods.
That's good defense by the helper there. I mean, stopped him from the penetration, made him shoot a fadeaway. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, Sean Craig, he put up 26, member of IU Indy here at Wright State last year. And there's a steal by Blyden Jr. Took it right away from Woods, take it inside, up off the glass, missed it. Craig the rebound. Craig underneath the hoop, lays it up and in. 7-2 Rockets. We have played 3 minutes in the first half. Cooper. Well, the Rockets have come out determined. We talked they'd be hungry. They lost their first 2 games at home. A close one by 2 to South Alabama and by 12 to Marshall. Right,
those are 2 good teams. I mean, a lot of people are going to lose to those 2 teams.
Callahan picks up his dribble out front to Cooper. Cooper sets up. He'll try a 3. Off the back of the iron. No good. Ball tipped into the corner and picked up by Wilson. Wilson off the dribble, double teamed out front. Gets the ball back to Vanderjack. Transfer from Central Michigan, and a foul called on Logan Woods.
Yeah, good crossover dribble created the contact. He made a nice crossover dribble from his left to his right hand.
Substitutions for Wright State. First personal foul on Woods. Vanderjack originally started at Belmont. He's from Sylvania, Ohio, just outside of Toledo.
Got to go home.
Wilson will put it in play, get it back. Free throw jumper off the back iron. Rebounded by Pagnonis into the game for Wright State. Dominic Pagnonis, a sophomore transfer from Stephen F. Austin. Michael Cooper, stop and go dribble, takes it into the paint. Off the glass, lays it in. 7-4 Rockets. We played 4 minutes on the other end. Vanderjack shuts it up from 3. It's too strong. And the rebound gathered by the Rockets. Blyden Jr. with it out front. He's really quick at the elbow. Now Vanderjack into Craig. Craig spinning, gets his man in the air. Fadeaway jump. Nope, he throws it back out front. Here's Wilson for 3. Got it. That was Leroy Blyden Jr. He's now 6 of 13 outside of the arc. It's 10-4 Rockets.
Yeah, that's a good skip pass from one side to the other, and he got his feet set. Point blank, 3-point shot.
Amari Bay outside of the arc. Take his man inside. Back out front, Cooper is wide open for 3. Rims around and out. Rebound, Amari Bay has his hands on it along with Craig. It's a jump. It'll belong to Wright State when we come back from the first media timeout. So Toledo coming out strong here on the road. We'll take a break with 15:15 to play. In the first half, it's the Rockets LITL. With Jim Brown, Chris Collins back at the Nutter Center. 10-4 Rockets with 15:15 to play in the first.
Yeah, the Raiders are shooting. They're 2 for 6, and the Rockets are 4 for 8. Both teams gotten off kind of a slow start. Each team has 2 turnovers.
Wright State with the ball in their own end. Here's Cooper. Gets it out to Brian Itunu. Itunu goes inside. Left it for Andre Holden under the bucket. Holden turn around with the left hand. Lays it in.
Well, he bobbled the pass, but he grabbed it. Got one step into the lane. Little left-handed hook. That's a nice possession for the Raiders.
Coming out of the break. Couple substitutions for Toledo. Here's Blyden Jr. going to the bucket and draws the foul. Well, you can see why he has so much talent coming out of the state of Michigan. He is so quick to the basket.
Just a simple weave out front. I mean, it's a double weave, double handoff. And that's hard to guard, and particularly when you're guarding a player as quick as him, you don't really need a screen. You can just he relies on his athleticism to get by his man. Once he turns the corner and gets into the lane, it's all over.
Excellent shooter at the free throw line. He's now perfect on the season, 7 of 7. He made a 3 earlier. It's a 5-point lead for the Rockets. 14:48 to play in the first. A substitution after that timeout. Jalen Owinga was in for Austin Parks. He's a 6'9" sophomore forward. And the second free throw is also good.
You kind of wonder how all those good Mid-American Michigan schools, Central, Western, Eastern, let Sonny Wilson get away. And then on top of that, they let Blyden get away.
Wright State with the ball, trailing by 6 here at home. A record of 1-1. Cooper off the dribble on the wing. Back out front to Sam Alamutu. Alamutu holding it on the wing. Down low with 4 seconds to shoot. Cooper's going to have to take it from the corner and nail it.
Well,
calm and cool.
Degree of difficulty on that shot was off the charts. That was a tough shot.
Here's Strong on the other end. Misses the short jumper. Ball was loose. Goes out of bounds. And last touch by Toledo. Watch his shot in the corner.
Well, that's a tough shot. I mean, he's a fadeaway in the corner. No balance. I mean, you know, it's a tough shot when you shoot it from the corner when you got your feet set and everything else. You catch it and you're moving that way. That's just a tough shot. But I've seen him do that in practice several times, so it's not a shock.
He's a very confident young man for a freshman, a true freshman from Jeffersonville, Indiana. Taking it inside the teardrop. Got it. 2 straight buckets by Michael Cooper. Draws the Raiders to within 1 with under 14 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, he's going to be a really nice player. I mean, he does everything well right now. Everything.
Strong off the weave to Blyden Jr. Had the ball tipped and stolen away. Picked up by Cooper. Got a 2-on-1. Alamutu. Alamutu goes up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Tell you, Cooper's got his hand in on everything.
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of times you get a freshman coming out of high school, and this is a common thing for high school players. They don't want to foul out. They're the best player on. And now he played on a state championship team, so they had a young man that went to I think Northwestern. I think he went to Northwestern.
Trey Singleton.
Yeah,
he starts
great
up
player,
there.
and of course the 2 guys that came here to Wright State. But you're so concerned about fouling out of a game, so defensively. you leave a lot to be desired, and that's a common problem for high school kids that come into college. Defensively, they're always a little bit behind because of that, because of how they were, programmed in high school to not get caught with fouls. Made the first free throw.
Shaw, along with Phoenix Glasner, checking in for Toledo. Wright State TJ Birch is in to give a rest to Michael Cooper. But second free throw is good by Alamutu.
Cooper doesn't fall into that category, I'll tell you that.
Raiders take their first lead, 13-12.
I really like TJ Birch. I mean, I think he is so quick. You talk about the young man from Blyden from Toledo. I'll tell you what, TJ wouldn't lose a race to him. He's just every bit as athletic and every bit as quick.
Wilson against Shaw. Shaw goes and leans in, throws away.
That was great defense by Holden. I mean, Holden got caught on the other side, but he recovered quickly and was there. It made the pass a little bit. He had to throw a little bit more, put a little bit more air under the ball to see if he could get it to his teammate, and Andre was there and made it more difficult.
Itunu hands it off to Sam Alamutu. Alamutu driving in on his defender, back out to Brian Itunu. His three is short. Hit around, Holden, try to keep it alive, but Toledo comes up with a loose ball. This is Wilson in transition, and it tipped away and stolen by Birch.
Well, that's what he does.
Birch a 2-on-1 with Alamutu. Alamutu underneath the bucket, puts it up off balance, off the glass and in.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Sam. Nice job. He got down there. He didn't have a shot. Came to a jump stop. Used that reverse pivot so he could use the backboard. That's just a real smart play.
15-12, Wright State. 12:27 to play in the first half. Wilson weaving his way through. The runner with the right hand rolls in. It's his first bucket.
Yeah, nice job. He got into the lane. And then the shot wasn't easy, but getting into the lane was where he made his bread and butter.
Here's Itunu, hands it off to Pangonis. Pangonis taking it all the way to the basket. His runner is good off the glass.
Well, I really like Dominique. I think Dominique's got a chance of being a really nice player. Now, he had a good career at Stephen F. Austin. He was only there 1 year, but he did a nice job, and he's been a pleasant surprise for the Raiders. He really has.
Raiders on a 9-2 run over the last 246. On the ground is Wilson. He lost it out of bounds, and a turnover Toledo. And we will turn it over to a media timeout as the Raiders storm back here midway through the first half. We have 11:42 to play at the Nutter Center. It's Wright State, 17 round, who was in the Army years ago, Jim, and I know it's a special day for you.
Yeah, it is. It is. It makes you think about what you did when you were in the service and brings back some nice memories.
TJ Birch brings it up for Wright State, leading by 3, coming down to the break. 11:35 to play. Birch, the runner, off the back iron. Craig clears the rebound up the sideline to Blyden Jr. Works against Birch. Two quick players, and Birch called for the foul.
Yeah, he got caught behind and tried to get a steal, tried to get his hand on the ball, and committed the foul.
14 foul on the Raiders.
Both teams are at 50% or better now. Toledo is 5 for 10, 50%. The Raiders have improved. They're 7 for 13, 54%.
Rockets put it in play. That's James Jr. with it. Over to Craig. Now Blyden Jr. Coach Kowalczyk going deep on his bench. Craig cut off down on the block.
Yeah, that's great defense by Sam.
Vanderjack step back 3 is good. He came in making 6 out of 10. Excellent shooter. Game is tied at 17. 11 minutes to play, first half. Alamutu with the ball. Alamutu at the elbow. Spinning, taking it into the paint. Leaves it for Itunu. Itunu picks up his dribble, hands it back to Pangonis with 8 to shoot. Pangonis on the baseline. Got it! Off-balance shot. He was fouled. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Well, that was every bit as tough as the shot Michael Cooper hit earlier. That was a great defense. Yeah, you're seeing there on the replay, he got shut off, and the guy behind him is the one that fouled him. That's good defense by the big guy. It was the guy behind him, came up behind him, tried to block it, that actually committed the foul.
Dominic Pangonis from the Toronto, Canada area. So we mentioned a transfer from Stephen F. Austin.
The thing I like about him, Chris, is he can play multiple positions. I don't know about the point guard, but he can play both wing positions, and he can shoot the three, which, you know, you've got to be able to do that in today's game. You've got to be able to shoot the three-point basket. And here comes
Kellen Pickett into the game for Wright State.
From Fort Wayne.
Michael Cooper back in along with Michael Amaribe for the Raiders. Put on some pressure. This is Vanderjack taking it to the basket. Pushed off and a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
Crowd didn't like it.
No, and I don't like it either because he created space by pushing. I don't know who that was. Was it Michael? I mean, I don't know who he was pushing out. Well, we're not getting a good view of it here because this is after the. It was what happened before that replay that I have the issue with because he was pushing off.
Vanderjack, free throw is good. Vanderjack now with 4 points. Logan Woods is in, and Alamutu will check out for Wright State, wearing their camo uniforms tonight.
Appropriately on Veterans Day, that's for sure.
Vanderjack's second is good. It's 2019 Wright State.
That's one area Toledo has a distinct advantage is at the free throw line because the Raiders have really struggled from the free throw line. Now, they haven't been there. Well, they're 3 for 3, 4 for 4 tonight, so 3 for 3 so far tonight. So
Amaribe hands it off. Pangonis back to Cooper. Flips it to the corner to Woods. Woods is working against James Jr.
You better get a hand up on Logan Woods. He can shoot it.
Here's Woods trying the three.
Well,
air ball.
I take that back.
Michael Amaribe with 4 to shoot. Michael's got to get it underneath. Off the
nice move.
It's good.
What a move. I mean, look how far he went. He went from the left side outside the painted area all the way to the other side and used the spin move to get it all the way to the basket.
22-19 Raiders. Parks goes up strong and puts it in.
Those two guys are physical. I mean, Michael's got... I think Michael Amaribe is pretty physical himself, but a young man from Toledo isn't giving any inch.
Michael Cooper with a dribble. Cross court over to Woods. Cooper gets it back on the wing.
Good defense there by Toledo.
Pangonis trying to get away from Vanderjack. 9 on the shot clock. Fires it out to Cooper. Goes to Woods. He'll try it again from 3. That one's short. Vanderjack the rebound. Had a good look at it.
Yeah, and he's a good shooter. I mean, he's probably Wright State's best three-point shooter. He's missed back-to-back threes.
Here's Blyden Jr. cut off by the double team. Out to Vanderjack. Vanderjack strong to the basket. Turn around in the paint. Around and off. Rebound. Pickett.
Well, Kellen Pickett did a nice job defensively. Then he boxed his man out and got the rebound. He had 2 good plays because had he not helped on the drive, that probably would have been a basket.
Woods out to Pickett. Finds Cooper. High post pass, Amaribe. Amaribe in on Marks, going in strong.
Yeah, that's
we have a foul on Marks.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So Marks picks up the personal, his first. Team foul number 3 on Toledo in the first half. Solomon Callahan back in. Pangonis goes back to the bench. Wright State. Marks is out along with James Jr.
Wright State's 1 for 7 on three-point shots. Toledo's 2 for 3.
Handoff. Cooper works against Wilson. Craig's got Pickett. Throws it down to the post to Amaribe. Amaribe against Owinga. Amaribe pump fake up off the glass. In.
That's a great move by Michael. Just a great move. He took his time. Then he used the glass, Chris, which is so key for a big guy inside.
He's got 6. And the Raiders lead by 3 with 8:20 to play first half. Owinga. Vanderjack. Pull up at the elbow. Too strong. Rebound, Amaribe. Hands it off to Woods. Woods double teamed out front, still with the dribble. Throws it inside to Amaribe against Owinga. Amaribe. Pass out Callahan. Step back. 3.
Yes!
Solomon Callahan from deep. The Raiders open up their largest lead of the first half, 27-21.
Great pass. You know, it's one thing to make that pass. It's another thing to put it right in the breadbasket, which is exactly what Michael did. Solomon caught that thing right where he needed to catch it to pull the trigger.
Like a relay throw in baseball.
Yes, exactly.
Here's Craig.
Nice
reverse
move.
Up off the glass and in.
He caught Kellen sleeping there. He cut in front of Kellen. Caught it, and then Kellen was still off balance because of the lateness of the cut. And he just got.
Here's Cooper with it. Over to Amaribe. In the corner, Callahan. Callahan pushed out, stolen by Vanderjack. Vanderjack, Fish, very physical. Gives it up to Blyden Jr. 3, missed it, but he's fouled. And that'll send us to the under 8 timeout, the foul on Logan Woods. So we'll take a break with 7:08 to play here in the first half at the.
It's been turnovers. Wright State has 3 of those. Toledo has 6. And a lot of those have been unforced. I'm going to shoot 3 free throws here.
Blyden Jr., 3 free throws. The first one rolls off. Jim, I wonder at times when a guy gets 3 shots, he's thinking about it too much.
No, yeah, you're going to. Well, making 3 in a row is tough anytime.
The second one is good for the freshman out of Michigan. He's now 3-4 at the line.
That's no excuse for missing the first one. But when you know you're going to shoot 3. But the good free throw shooters are going to make all 3. Let's be honest.
And the next one is good. He made 2 out of 3. He's 4 out of 5 for the game. That brings his Rocket team back to win 2 with 7:05 to play in the first.
1-2-2 zone press here. Just trying to delay the Raiders, not trying to steal it.
Michael Cooper with a dribble out front. Will reset the offense for Wright State with 16 on the shot clock.
But see what that did was it got the shot clocks down to 16, as he says, so 14 seconds went off the shot clock. And, that's why I'm a huge believer in pressing, because now Wright State is up against it. There's only 5 on the shot clock right now.
And Amari Bay lost the ball on a turnover.
Now, the press didn't cause the turnover, but the press did cause the turnover.
On the other end, Blyden Jr. goes up, blocked by Pangonis. Ball goes out to Strong, back inside Owinga, and a foul on Amari Bay.
See, the press you didn't get a steal off the press, Chris, but what they did was it caused Wright State to take a lot of time to get into their offense. And once they got into their offense, they had to make a couple passes to get into a play. And now there's only like 10 seconds on the shot clock, and look what happened.
It speeds them up pace-wise in their offense.
Well, I just am a huge believer. As long as you don't give up layups, in other words, if you're pressing and you don't give up layups, I think I do not understand why more teams don't do it.
Owinga misses the front end. That's his first attempt of the season in this game 3. Clock running with 6:23 to play in the first. Wright State with the ball leading 27-25. Cooper on the wing. Itunu in the post. Amari Bay. Amari Bay still with it. 1-on-1 against Owinga. Goes inside with a left hand and knocks it down. That's 8 points in the first half for Michael.
Well, they may consider double teaming him there, because I was surprised they didn't double team him there, because it took him a while to get into his dribble drive, and he used that little crawl dribble, crab dribble, whatever you want to call it.
Here's Wilson.
And they never doubled him. They paid the price.
Blyden Jr. down at the post to Craig. Craig, fadeaway jumper, good. Crowd wanted an offensive foul, but the officials said that there was no block. 29-27 Raiders with the ball. Amari Bay out front.
Most referees are going to call that a charge.
Pangonis inside the arc, jumper, wrong, out, no good. Rebound Craig. Back comes Toledo, chance to tie it or take the lead with 5:20 to play in the first. Owinga on the baseline against Pangonis. Owinga, pull up short range, rolls around and off. Rebound Pangonis.
Good
29-27 Raiders.
Good box out by Michael Cooper. He kept his man off the glass, and Pangonis was able to come up with the rebound.
Amari Bay flips it out. Cooper looking over at Callahan. Now Cooper off the dribble, gets a high screen. Cooper takes it into the paint, high off the glass, and scores. They just spread it out for Michael Cooper.
Well, that was not an easy shot, because I thought he was going to miss it, because the angle on that's why it's so key to use the backboard, because you can use when you use the backboard, you don't have to be perfect. You try to swish it, you almost have to be perfect. When you use the backboard, you have more of a margin of error.
Owinga for 3. Got it. It's a 31-30 Raider lead with 4:27 to play in the first. Owinga hits his second attempt of the season, his first make from outside the arc.
6'9" sophomore.
Callahan works against Blyden Jr. Both of them extremely quick. Itunu on the wing, picks up his dribble, gets it down low. Amari Bay against Craig. Double team him. Out to Itunu. Now it's Pangonis with 7 to shoot. Got it! Dominic Pangonis, and boy, that would be a weapon for the Raiders if he can consistently hit threes.
Well, that's why you don't double Michael Marabe, because they doubled that time and they paid the price.
Sonny Wilson's short jumper is off, and a foul is called inside against Wright State. Solomon Callahan. And that'll take us to a break.
Wow.
With 3:45 remaining in the first half.
Well, the Toledo Center. Yeah, it's just below the, those type leagues.
I don't know what we're waiting on. Okay. Must have been the music. Didn't stop. Owinga's at the free throw line with a 1-and-1. Misses it. But the rebound, Vanderjack. Vanderjack lost the dribble. Picked it up, though, in the paint. Out to Blyden Jr. 3:35 to play in the first. Blyden Jr. at the lane line. Picks it up. Now Owinga. Wilson. Out front to Shaw. Lobs it down low. Owinga. Traveled.
Yeah.
Our officials tonight, Todd Von Sossen, Jim Bruno, and Jeff Spadowski.
Well, that was a good, that turned out all right for Wright State. I felt like they kind of got the shaft on the call originally, because I felt like Toledo fouled on an over-the-back call. Wasn't called. Wright State was called for a off-the-ball foul there. They missed the 1-and-1, got the rebound, and then didn't score. So Wright State dodged a bullet there.
But the basketball is Callahan. He'll give it up to Alamutu. Now Cooper. 15 on the shot clock. Cooper with the basketball. And a whistle and a foul call on Andre Holden. That's his first. I believe that's the 9th team foul on the Raiders in this first half.
Yeah, and about 2 or 3 on Toledo.
3, actually. Some pressure shown by Wright State. Toledo gets the ball in, and they will bring it up the floor. Craig. Whistle and an offensive foul called against the Rockets.
That's a makeup call. I'm sorry.
So that's 14 fouls on Todd Kowalczyk's team. He's kind of like saying, what happened?
Well, I don't blame him.
Yeah. 2:52 remaining first half. Wright State with the ball up by 4, 34-30. Michael Cooper bringing the ball up the floor. He's got 9 points to lead the Raiders. Cooper strong to the bucket, leaves it on the baseline to Alamutu. Back out to Cooper. 18 to shoot. Cooper pull up, top of the key, off the rim. Rebound, Craig. Craig brings the ball back up to Wilson. Wilson hedged out by Amari Bay. Deep left wing, Blyden Jr. Crossover against Cooper. Takes him inside. His shot blocked by Holden.
Well, I think Cooper might have got it too, Chris. I don't know. You might be right, but they were both right there.
Cooper at the top of the key. Looking inside, goes on the wing. Callahan, quick catch and shoot. Off the back iron, rebound. Alamutu had it stolen away by Wilson. Wilson taking it all the way to the bucket. His layup is good.
See, I don't like that shot by Solomon, and the reason I don't like it is I don't think anybody on the floor thought he was going to shoot it. And, when a player takes a shot, you want your teammates to know you're taking the shot, and because you got a chance to get the rebound. And I think Solomon was the only one that thought he was going to take a shot there.
Raiders with the ball, leading by 2 with 1:37 to play. Callahan trapped in the paint. Back out front to Cooper. Checks the shot clock with 10. Gets a high ball screen. Cooper now 1-on-1 with 5 to shoot. Launches the 3. Got it. Boy, when you're in trouble, who do you call? Michael Cooper on the other end. Craig beats the Raiders down the floor and scores easy.
That's a good job by Toledo. No question. They got it out, got it down the floor, and caught the Raiders sleeping.
37-34, Wright State by 3.
See, Cooper's a guard, and he's the one that took the shot. His teammate, Solomon's got to get back.
Mari Bay lost it out of bounds. So a turnover, Wright State, with exactly 1 minute to play in the first half. Pangonis and Itunu in for Wright State. Holden and Sam Alamutu are out. Raiders by 3. Both teams shooting over 50%.
This game's been pretty much what we expected. A tough defensive struggle. Both teams struggling to put anything consistently together. I mean, they've had their moments.
This is Shaw backing in with that big body. Gets it over to Craig. Craig had it kicked out of bounds by Itunu. 20 back on the shot clock with 44.2 seconds to play in the first. Inbounds pass to Craig. Free throw line, catch and shoot. Wilson off the rim. Rebound, grabbed by Itunu. Off to Cooper. Rebounds are close.
There's like 6 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Coach Sargent calling out a play. Michael Cooper dribbling on the Raider logo at midcourt.
Now, this is one thing I've had a problem with Wright State in past years is they haven't had a player that could get a shot off when he needed to. Michael Cooper can certainly do that. That's for sure.
Cooper checks the clock with 5, and an offensive or defensive foul is going to be called on Blyden Jr.
That makes the game clock irrelevant because that takes it off. Now the Raiders can definitely take the last second shot.
Pangonis will inbound near the Rockets bench.
Actually, the Rockets have another foul to give because they've only committed 5. If they want to commit another foul here, they could.
Pangonis gets it into Amari Bay, nearly stolen by Wilson. 8 to shoot. Here's Cooper with it out front. Double teamed, looking to find someone. It's Callahan. Callahan goes in, leans in.
Wow.
The glass scores with 1 second remaining in the first half.
What a shot.
Solomon Callahan gives the Raiders a 5-point lead at the half. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up this first half, and have more during halftime here at the Nutter Center with the score. Wright State 39 and the Rockets 34.
Get Black Friday deals now at PC Richard & Son. Get the brands you trust, the brands you love. On sale now, up to 40% off. Plus, up to $1,000 instant additional savings. Free installation on select dishwashers. Free next day delivery. And your choice of special offers available. Our holiday prices are guaranteed. Black Friday deals now at PC Richard & Son.
Papa John's new Grand Papa's our biggest pizza ever. It's got huge deli pepperonis on hand-stretched original dough made with 6 simple ingredients. Bigger, just got better. The new Grand Papa. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. Some fancy experts finished a network test, and T-Mobile sort of opened a can of whoop-up. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am." Seriously, where am I? Hey, I got signal.
Trust me once you know.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy hot, just so back.
All the drama.
All the analysis.
And And welcome back to the Nutter Center on this Veterans Day. Wright State on top of Toledo, 39-34. Toledo got off to a big start. Wright State came back, had a big run of 17-4. It's been kind of back and forth. The Raiders holding the lead for most of this first half. And what a way to end it for Clint Sargent's team. Solomon Callahan with 1 second to go, driving to the basket on a tough shot, Jim.
Yeah, it wasn't a good end of the half for Toledo because they were going to have the ball for the last second shot, and then things broke down. And of course, Wright State got it. And you're right, Solomon Callahan made a great move in the corner, and then the shot was a really difficult shot, and to convert it. You know, the Raiders have done a great job. We talked about before the game that for Wright State it was the young freshman Cooper, and for Toledo it was the junior Sonny Wilson. The Raiders have done a great job on him. I mean, the young man Blyden got off to a great start, but Cooper, I mean, the Raiders have held Wilson pretty much in check. I mean, he's played 17 minutes. He's 2 for 6 from the field, hasn't made a three, so that's a positive for the Raiders.
Well, Craig and Marks have been a force inside, but the Raiders have been able to answer with their switching man-to-man defense. This is a much different defense that the Raiders have that we haven't seen in a few years.
Well, they're a lot more aggressive, and they've done a much better job of keeping the ball in front of them. One of the problems that they've had in the past is their perimeter defense hasn't been athletic enough to keep these athletic guards that we're playing against in front of them. And now they've played, don't count the Franklin game, but that was a misnomer. But, I mean, the game against California in this game tonight, the Raiders have done a great job of keeping the ball on the perimeter. Now, you're right. I mean, Toledo's 2 inside players started out the game with some baskets inside, but the Raiders have kind of stopped that. They've done a good job, and that's kind of a trade-off because Amarabe has hurt the Toledo team for Wright State, and of course the 2 big guys inside for Toledo have been effective for them.
Leading the scoring in this game so far is Michael Cooper. He has 12 for Wright State. And you take a look at the other side for Toledo. They've got some balanced scoring. 8 points is the lead by Sean Craig. We'll take a break, have more from the Nutter Center. Again, the halftime score, Wright State leading Toledo 39-34.
is automotive training at Universal Technical Institute. For these graduates, this is a typical day in the office. Our training turns passion into real skills. It takes as little as a year to train for a rewarding career.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, we don't just sell you a mattress. We use a 4-step fitting process, so your new bed fits you perfectly. Right now, get Black Friday deals on select mattress sets with up to $300 towards anything else in the store. Special financing offers available, plus free delivery and setup. The right fit, the right price. It's kind of our thing. PC Richard & Son.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. Some fancy experts finished a network test, and T-Mobile sort of opened a can of whoop-up. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am." Seriously, where am I? Hey, I got signal.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays can be ineffective. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to effortlessly cut through 100% of soap, scum, and grime. And use Mr. Clean Extra Durable throughout your home, in the kitchen for burnt on food, and on walls to remove scuffs and marks. It even erases 3 times more permanent marker per swipe. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Brand power helping you buy better.
Extra value meals are back at McDonald's. For just $5, get a savory and sweet sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, plus hash browns and a coffee. The sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles meal for $5.
Justin Kinner back with you here at halftime. I'm filling in for Chris Collins and the coach Jim Brown. 39-34, the Wright State Raiders with a 5-point advantage here 20 minutes into this one. This is the 17th matchup between both of these schools, and of course both teams each throughout this series have 8 wins apiece, and Wright State with the advantage here early at halftime on their way to maybe taking a 9-8 series lead. But exciting first half. It was slow offensively for both teams early, and I will say this has kind of been a pattern for Wright State throughout the first couple of games, getting out to a little bit of a slow start, but I tell you what, the freshman Michael Cooper has just done an unbelievable job of helping pace the way. In fact, already leading all Raiders scorers in double digits with 12 first half points. It's the second time in back-to-back games that he's led the Raiders in scoring at halftime, and he's just been phenomenal. For a freshman to have the shot selection that he does and to not want to just take over a game and just force bad shots, he lets the game come to him, and he's one of the main reasons the Raiders do have a 5-point advantage here at the half. Raiders welcoming in Toledo here tonight. Toledo, they had their first 2 games of the season at home. Let's take a look at where the Rockets are going to be going from here on the road here tonight, of course, in Dayton at the Nutter Center. In fact, this matchup with Wright State kind of kicks off a little Horizon League tour for the Rockets, because after they're done with the Raiders tonight, they'll have the Detroit Mercy coming up around the corner along with Youngstown State, all within a 4 or 5 day period right there. Then they're going to have Troy along with Belmont and St. Francis. You see Central State sprinkled in there, and then more Horizon League action. You see a lot of MAC and Horizon League crossovers, and you're going to see a similar pattern as we take a look at the Wright State Raiders schedule here for those watching on our ESPN Plus feed. Wright State, when they're done with Toledo tonight, of course, they're going to turn their attention towards this weekend, as they're going to have Radford and Kent State coming up on a Saturday and Sunday, back-to-back games, of course. And then they'll have Ohio Wesleyan next week, next Thursday on the 20th, and they hit the road again for a couple of games. That Stetson matchup's going to be interesting, and then they renew the rivalry with the Butler Bulldogs. That Mata and Company will welcome in Clint Sargent and the Wright State Raiders to renew that rivalry that hasn't been played since Butler was in the Horizon League almost a decade ago. 39-34, the Raiders up by 5 here 20 minutes in. Let's take a look for those watching on our ESPN Plus side. Some of our first half highlights, of course, Toledo doing a good job of moving the ball around, 59%, and a lot of that is because they're getting a lot of good looks inside. Austin Parks helping set the tone right there. They are 3 of 4 from behind the three-point line, but that's because a lot of the attention that the big guys are getting down low. You saw a big 3 right there. Again, Vanderjack along with Blyden Jr. again helping set the tone from behind the three-point line. As far as the Raiders are concerned, here's Michael Cooper, the fadeaway 3 from the corner. Bang, buries it. Again, with the hand in his face, leading all Raiders with 12 points. Here's 2 more of his 12. Spin move, keeps the defender on his hip and goes up and kisses it off the glass. Again, Michael Cooper with 12 first half points. The freshman point guard showing everybody how it's done. First half stats for those watching on the plus side, take a look right there. Wright State, again, they were cold offensively to start, but they started really getting hot and stopped settling for shots from behind the perimeter, and they started moving their attack towards the inside, and now shooting 59% in that first half. Toledo still shooting very high percent as well at 50%. Wright State, though, not a very good three-point shooting team, although they are 4 for 11 in that first half. Toledo, 3 of 4. They've been a little bit more patient with their shot selection from behind the three-point line. You know, Clint Sargent's not going to like the fact that they're being out rebounded 14-11, the advantage in the Toledo Rockets side of things. Raiders doing a much better job this season of taking care of the basketball. Only 6 first half turnovers. Chris Collins and the coach Jim Brown will take over from here when we come back. Wright State 39, Toledo 34.
On the 12th day of winter, the Jeep brand gave to me 12 switchbacks winding, 11 rubber duckies, 10-inch touchscreen, 9 pine trees sparkling, 8 decades going, 7 slots of shining, 6 snowbanks bursting, 5 drive modes shifting, 4x4 for life, 3 rows of seating, 2 finger waves, and only one.
Jeep, there's only one. My name is Ty. My proudest financial accomplishment is retiring by the time I got to 40. When the layoff did happen, it was a blessing. It really felt like I had been liberated. That planted the seed of how do I get to this point in my life on a permanent basis. I've tried a lot of financial products. Wealthfront actually did better just by creating an automated product that diversifies across different asset classes, letting the automation run and letting long-term trends play out. By the time I turned 40, I was able to stop working for money. It wasn't the material things that brought me happiness, it was the freedom.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, we don't just sell you a mattress. We use a 4-step fitting process, so your new bed fits you perfectly. Right now, get Black Friday deals on select mattress sets with up to $300 towards anything else in the store. Special financing offers available, plus free delivery and setup. The right fit, the right price. It's kind of our thing. PC Richard & Son.
Extra value meals are back at McDonald's. For just $5, get a savory and sweet sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, plus hash browns and a coffee. The sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles meal for $5.
Through HIMS, I found ED treatment that helped me rediscover my confidence. For me, it's not just about performance, it's about presence, showing up. In my body, in my mind, in the moment. With personalized treatment delivered directly, I can live my life with the confidence that I'll be ready, because my treatment is made for me. Find your treatment at hims.com.
T-Mobile is the best place to get the powerful new iPhone 17. Hold on, is this big enough?
Is what big enough?
I sure dance. I mean, you gotta feel it. 4 iPhones, no trade-in. I got rhythm.
Get fired up. At T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
I'm gonna do a flip. Nailed it!
Whatever energy drink she had, I want some.
All right, thanks to Justin Kenner taking us through halftime. Back with Jim Brown. This is Chris Collins. 39-34, the halftime score. Wright State leading Toledo. The Raiders, obviously, Jim, their best shooting half this season, 59%. And you look at Toledo, they're shooting the ball very well, too, on the road, 12 of 24. They're 3 of 4 on threes. The Raiders 4 out of 11, 7 of 10 at the line for Toledo, and Wright State 3 of 3. No player on either team with 3 fouls. But 9 fouls called against Wright State in the first half compared to 4 for the Rockets, who will have the first possession here in the second half.
Yeah, for Wright State, Logan Woods has not scored in the first half. He's a key player for the Raiders.
He's got 2 fouls.
And Sonny Wilson for Toledo didn't score much in the first half either.
Wilson gets it in the post to Marks, spinning around Amari Bay and puts it in.
Well, that's how the game started. I mean, same play. Threw it down low. He got deep. No resistance by Wright State's inside defense, and he got an easy shot.
9 for Parks, 39-36 Raiders. Itunu looking inside on the wing. One bounce pass to Logan Woods with 15 on the shot clock. Now Amari Bay has it. Left lane line extended against Craig. Spinning in Amari Bay. Pump fake goes up. Score.
He traveled. That's good defense.
He traveled.
That's good defense by Toledo. They gave a little ground, and then they came to double. And when they came to double, Michael shuffled his feet.
Turnover Wright State. Turnover number 7 in the game. Toledo's turned it over 8 times.
I guarantee you Toledo's going right back inside. This is how they started the game. There's Craig on the low post.
Parks to Blyden Jr. Blyden Jr. into the paint at the free throw line. Stopped by Callahan. Parks with it. Drilling in. Had a ball over to Vanderjack. Vanderjack physical against Logan Woods. Pump fake underneath. Goes up. Scores.
Yeah, that's just a physical basket right there. Toledo was just more physical than Wright State. Again, Wright State allowed him to catch it low in the paint. And when you allow that, you're really up against it.
Logan Woods threw it away. Craig stepped right in and took it, goes all the way in and lays it in. 6-0 run early for Toledo here in the second half. They take the lead at 40-39. We played a minute and a half.
Exactly what you wanted if you're Toledo. You're on the road. Get off to a good start.
Callahan over to Amari Bay. Looked inside. Hands it off to Logan Woods. Woods, free throw line. Amari Bay and a foul. They caught Wilson for holding Amari Bay in the post.
Well, it's a good foul because if Amari Bay would have caught it, it would have been a layup and or a foul. So that was a good foul by Toledo.
Cooper will inbound. Finds Woods. Swings it down in low to Amari Bay against Parks. Pump fake goes up and it blocked. And a jump. And the ball belongs to Wright State with 14 on the shot clock. 18:08 to play. 40-39 Rockets. Woods gets it into Cooper against Wilson. Turnaround right-hander goes off the rim. Tip no good. This is Itunu. Itunu in traffic puts it up. Off. Rebound Parks. Raiders had some chances there but couldn't capitalize. Oh, Blyden Jr. wide open for three. Just couldn't get it to go. Craig the offensive rebound. Physical inside. It's good. Toledo 42, Wright State 39. Raiders have not scored here in the second half. We played 2.5 minutes.
Well, the physicality, Toledo has won that battle here at the start of the second half.
Callahan out to Itunu. Itunu picks up his dribble, hands it back to Woods. Back to Itunu. Itunu to Cooper. 10 on the shot clock. Cooper lobs it over to Amari Bay. Amari Bay trying to get something going. Out to Cooper. Finds Woods, lost it. Turnover Wright State. Pangonis and Holden check in for Wright State. Amari Bay and Woods will come out.
Raiders have had the ball 4 times here in the second half. They've turned it over 3 times. Toledo's had it 4 times, and they've scored all 4 times. So not a good start for the Raiders. Great start for Toledo. And they're going to go right back inside.
That's Parks with it. Parks going to the bucket with a jam. Got right around Holden, had a size advantage. And emphatically adds to the Rocket lead.
Wright State needs a timeout. They need to regroup.
And they get it. And that's going to be the first call timeout here in the second half, which means it will be a media timeout. And we will take a break with 16:43 to play. It's been all Rockets here.
Needless to say, this is an important possession for Wright State. I mean, they haven't come out here ready to play, and give Toledo a lot of credit because they went back to the formula that worked for them early in the first half. Get the ball inside because they're more physical. At least the 2 guys inside are.
This is Cooper on the right wing. Middle of the floor, Itunu swings it over to Callahan. Back out front, Itunu. Dribble by Pangonis. Into the corner, needs help. Throws it out to Itunu with 5 to shoot. Itunu, stop and go, lost it. Turnover. Back comes Toledo. It's Wilson out ahead of Cooper. Goes in, blocked by Cooper, and picked up by Holden. What a play by Michael Cooper.
Well, it's good hustle back. A terrible pass by Wright State to create a situation for Toledo, but you're right. That was a great defensive play by Cooper.
Itunu launches a 3. Got it! First points of the second half for the Raiders. Wright State draws to within 2 with under 16 to play.
Well, that might get them going, but they got to play some defense, that's for sure. I mean, so far, their defense has been terribly lacking here at the start of the second half.
Parks with 11. The big man wants the ball again. Here's Blyden. Head and shoulder fake against Cooper. Cut off by the defense. Craig launches a 3, and he answers. Sean Craig, the transfer from IU Indy. He had 26 against the Raiders last year. Back to a 5-point lead for the Rockets. And a foul. Foul's going to be called on Blyden Jr. That's going to be his second, and the team's second here in the second half. And we will take the under 16 media timeout with 15:26 to play here.
Brian Atume has cut the lead to 5.
Waiting for the Spirit crew to get off the floor. Callahan inbounds to Cooper. 15:23 to play. Raiders with the ball and a steal. A steal by Wilson. He'll take it all the way in and lay it in. Great anticipation by Wilson.
Well, just a lazy pass. A very lazy pass by Wright State.
That's turnover number 10 for Wright State. Callahan out front. Still with a dribble. Gets it off to Itunu. Under 15 to play. Callahan back to Itunu. Raiders trailing by 7.
Wright State just isn't playing with any energy right now. They're standing, waiting for things to happen rather than moving the ball.
Pangonis with 5 to shoot. Creates baseline jump shot. Short. Rebound Craig.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot you
Craig threw it away. He was off balance. Itunu. Euro step. Missed the shot, but he's fouled.
I mean, you can tell just by looking at Wright State's offense here in the second half. They're not with it. They're not. They're still in the locker room right now, and they better wake up, or Toledo will have this to a 15-point lead, and this game will be over.
Wright State just 1 of 4 in the second half. Toledo, on the other hand, 7 out of 9.
Yeah, well, they're not. Wright State's not moving. I mean, they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turnovers here in the second half. They've had the ball 8 times and turned it over 5 times. They had the one basket that Tunu made, a 3.
Cooper and Callahan out. Sam Alamutu and Birch in for Wright State as Itunu makes the first of 2 free throws. His team trailing by 6. And make it 5 as he completes both free throws.
All right, State's going to have to string together some stops here because offensively they've really bogged down.
Blyden Jr. Raiders 1-2-2. Into the offensive end. With the basketball is Strong. Now Blyden Jr. Inside, flips the ball out to Strong, steps into a 3, short, rebound, tipped around, out of bounds, and last touch by Wright State.
I tell you, when it goes bad, and that's what happens. I mean, when you're not alert, when you're not, and I don't want to say they're not ready to play, but that's what you look like when you're not ready to play, as balls like that get through your hands out of bounds.
Inbounds pass, loose on the baseline, kicked around, and last touch by Wright State.
Yeah, Toledo ran an out-of-bounds play and threw it inbounds at the worst possible place, right under the basket where it's simple to double-team you. They're very fortunate there that that ball was knocked away, and they are going to maintain possession because that was a dangerous play.
Inbounds pass to Owinga. Now Wilson on the wing. Gets a screen from Owinga. Forcing his way in. Wilson up with the right hand. Left it short. Rebound, Wright State's Itunu.
That's good defense there, time by the Raiders. They stopped Wilson from getting in the
Birch
lane.
draws the foul on Blyden Jr. And I believe that's his 3rd and the team's 4th here in the second half. Non-shooting foul. 13:54 to play the second half. 49-44 Toledo.
Yeah, 14 fouls for Toledo. This is different than it was in the first half. 14 fouls for Toledo, 0 for Wright State.
So Blyden Jr. comes out. Vanderjack is in. Sam Alamutu will inbound for the Raiders near his bench. Alamutu gets it in to Itunu. Hands it off to TJ Birch, running the point. Birch, the Ball State transfer. Off the dribble, spinning in, double teamed. Needs help. Out front to Pangonis.
See, that's just not good spacing there. TJ got into the lane, but he picked his dribble up, and then the spacing wasn't any good.
Amaribe with only 5 to shoot, trying to take it inside. Ball loose and stolen. Another turnover for Wright State.
Turnover.
Owinga gets the ball down and low to Craig. Craig turn around, left hand, rolls in. Boy, he's having a big game. Craig getting the start. He's got 17 points. He's 8 for 9 from the field.
Well, he's gotten good shots. I mean, he's averaging 11 points a game. So, I mean, it's not like he can't score, but he's getting good shots.
7-point lead for Toledo. Pangonis takes it inside, and he's fouled.
Nice job by Dominique. That's what you got to do when you're struggling. Get to the line.
And after a bit of a rest, ready to check back in is Austin Parks, 6'10", 245-pounder, who's in double digits with 11 points. He's been a force inside, ready to check in after this first of 2 free throws for Pangonis.
When things aren't going well offensively, you want to get to the line because there's no defense on that. Get to the line there. Those are silent rally breakers, I always call them, because you're at the line. There's no time going off. The other team can't defend you, and it's called a free throw. So it's a good way to get yourself back into the game.
Back into the game for the Raiders is Andre Holden. Itunu will sit down. It's Pangonis will try to complete another free throw. And he does. 51-46. Raiders trail by 5. Full court pressure. Now they back off. The Raiders do. As Wilson dribbles it past midcourt.
Yeah, they were in a 1-2-2 zone, but they go back, as Toledo got the ball inbounds, they went back to their basic man-to-man defense.
Owinga to Vanderjack, down low to Shaw. The big man underneath, gets some space. Nope, but he's fouled.
Well, see, if you let the guy catch it down there, then you're in trouble. What you got to do is you got to keep the ball from going in there, because once it goes in there, you're in serious trouble, and that's what happened. You're either going to foul or he's going to score. That's been the issue for the Raiders all night long. Parks has pretty much been able to get the ball inside. He's 6'10". We don't have anybody really that size. Michael's 6'8". And Parks is physical. Not that Michael's not physical, but Parks is definitely physical.
He's big, and he makes the free throw. Has a nice touch at the line. Transfer from Ohio State, from St. Mary's, Ohio.
Yeah, he's only a junior, so he's got potentially 3 years left.
His second free throw. Too strong, and the rebound. Owinga tips the ball out. Strong has it, stolen by Birch, but he's on the sideline. Good hustle by Birch, but didn't have enough real estate over there. So goes back to Toledo with 12:39 left, leading 52-46. Wilson will inbound next to his bench. Gets it into Parks. Parks dribbling in. Swings it off to Vanderjack, who lays it in. Vanderjack now with 9. 8-point lead for the Rockets. 12:23 left to play. Here's Birch spinning. Amari Bay for 3. Too strong.
That's not Michael's game at all. He's open. There's a reason he's open.
Oh, here's Parks with another thunder dunk. He was left wide open going down the lane. You want to get out of the way of that truck. 12 minutes to play.
See, Wright State's totally out of sync here, and it started early in the second half, and now they're between a rock and a hard spot. Because Amarabe's not going to shoot a 3.
Ball down low to Andre Holden. Runner with the right hand missed it. Got his own rebound in traffic. Goes up, puts it up and in.
Yeah, that's a good job by Andrea.
And Wilson quickly back to the other end. Wilson, his shot is good. Can't celebrate. They're quick. Back down the floor.
See, that can't happen. There's
10-point lead.
There's no excuse for that whatsoever if you're Wright State. You cannot.
Spin move. T.J. Birch can't get it to go, but the follow by Amari Bay. And a timeout called by Wright State. It'll also be our media timeout.
That's a good timeout by Wright State. They got to regroup.
With 11:24 to play in the second half, it's Toledo 58, Wright State 50. To learn more about the major moves across the HL, visit horizonleague.com.
Chris, 20 of Toledo's 24 points here in the second half been in the paint. They have just dominated the Raiders inside, and a lot of it has been turnovers. The Raiders have committed, I think, 6 turnovers here in the second half.
12 total in the game. And Blyden Jr. draws the foul on Michael Cooper. That's the first team foul on the Raiders in the second half. Or second, I should say. First personal on Cooper, who's been held scoreless so far here in the second half. He had 12 in the first half. Blyden Jr. gets it to Parks. Parks in double digits, works against Andre Holden. Off balance with the right hand, left it short, but there's Craig with another rebound. He's got 8 of them.
Well, he just went around Brian Atunu there. Atunu's man, he should have boxed him out.
Blyden Jr., the runner, no good. Ball is loose, but it's kicked out to Vanderjack. Vanderjack in strong, gets his men in the air, turns around, lays it in.
Absolutely. Nice move. Got into the lane, came to a jump stop, but 2 offensive rebounds there by Toledo created that situation.
Vanderjack, a transfer from Central Michigan, one of the best 6 men in the league last year. Here's Andre Holden flipping it over, call for traveling.
Well, he lost his balance is what happened to him. He got by his man and just lost his balance.
Michael Amaribe back in for Wright State, and Andre Holden will check out. Amaribe with 10 points and 4 rebounds. Raiders just 3 of 9 in the second half and have turned it over 6 times.
Well, they've had the ball 15 times, and what do you say, Chris? I mean, it's been a disaster here in the second half in terms of how Wright State has played.
Now it's Craig with it. Right short corner. Picked up his dribble. Back out front to Vanderjack. Checks the shot clock. 10. Now it's Sonny Wilson. Wilson to Craig. Vanderjack rises up. 3 on the shot clock. Missed the three-pointer. Goes over the basket. Belongs to Wright State.
Well, they've had the ball 16 times here in the second half, talking about Toledo, and Wright State has stopped them from scoring on only 4 possessions.
Yeah, they're 12 of 18 from the floor.
Yep.
9:50 to play. 10-point lead for the Rockets. Pangonis hands it off to Cooper. Cooper to Itunu. Now left side, Callahan. Itunu, 3, off the mark. Rebound, Wilson, loose, and a reach-in foul called on Michael Amaribe.
See, Wright State's not getting anything inside. They're standing. They're not cutting. Their offense is so stagnant. And it's been that way the whole second half. I mean, it's like slow motion. Now, you could say Toledo has done the same thing, but they've got the ball inside, and they've done something with it when they've got it in.
Vanderjack really aggressive to the basket. He's cut off. Wilson, though, the 3, got it. Sonny Wilson quiet in the first half. He's now got 11.
Well, these guys have got confidence now. You know, they've lost 2 straight home games.
Oh, they're hungry.
Yes, and they see blood in the water. And
Michael Cooper one-on-one. Can't get it to go from the free throw line. And back comes Toledo.
That was a shot off a no pass.
Sonny Wilson, no-look pass underneath to Craig, and he's fouled.
That was a shot by the Raiders off of no passes. You know, those are not good shots when you take a shot without even attempting to make a pass inside.
Oh, nice shovel pass by Johnson. All Amaribe could do is foul. Personal foul number 3 on Michael. Blyden Jr. knocks it down from the right elbow. Toledo shooting the ball 62% in the second half, have opened up their largest lead at 15 with 8:52 to play.
Well, what's happened in this game, Chris, is Wright State has given these guys a lot of confidence. I mean, they came in here, they weren't a confident team. Too much.
A lot of dribbling.
Too much dribbling.
And a whistle and a foul called.
You cannot beat teams going one-on-one. You got to play.
Fouls on Shaw.
Yeah, but what Wright State's given these guys a lot of confidence. I mean, they were not a confident team coming in here, and they weren't real confident at halftime. But at the start of the second half, when you score on your first 5 possessions, and
it goes to Amaribe against Marks. Nice spin move. Lays it in.
Now, where has that been? Where has that been? I mean, that's their 18th possession.
Wilson quickly back into the offensive end with 8:30 to play. 65-52 Toledo. Vanderjack lost the dribble. Picks it up. Gets it into the corner. Blyden Jr. for 3. Off the front of the rim. No good. Tipped out. Front Vanderjack. Vanderjack jump stop. Right-hand runner. Got it.
Gee whiz. How many times has that happened tonight? Second 10. Just out-hustled the Raiders or out... whatever, I don't know. I hate to say out-hustle, but that's exactly what's happening.
Well, they got to the ball first.
Yes, they did. And that's called hustle, right?
Amaribe, head and shoulder fake on Parks. Goes up, foul. And that'll send us to the under 8 timeout. Michael will have 2 free throws when we return. And Toledo on fire in this second half. The Rockets have jumped out to a big 67-52 Rockets. The Raiders had a 5-point lead at the half, but it's been all Toledo in the second half. They have outscored Wright State by 20, 33-13.
Yeah, and the vast majority of those points have been in the paint.
Michael Amaribe well short, barely grazed the front of the iron. Michael tonight in 24 minutes, 12 points. The Raiders have turned it over 13 times. Most of those coming here in the second half.
Yeah.
And the second one, good. Wright State 8 of 9 at the line in the game.
Wright State just hasn't, in my view, played with any energy here in the second half. It's like they used all their energy in the first half. And
Blyden Jr. runner off the back of the backboard, picked up by Cooper. Raiders down by 14, 7.5 minutes to play. Cooper with the ball, and he lost it. And a steal by Blyden Jr. Leaves the lob for Owinga, who slams it. Tell you, this Toledo team is quick. You don't want to get out in the open floor with them.
Well, their guards are quick. Yeah, their guards are quick. And I don't know what happened over there. Michael just he tried to make a spin move and just lost the ball.
16-point lead
Almost
for the
Oh,
lost it
visitors.
again.
Amari Bay, pump fake, goes up, fouled by Owinga. 7:08 to play, 69-53 Rockets.
Yeah, I mean, those are hard to defend. That's all I can say.
Yeah, the pass.
Well, anytime you steal the ball in the open court like that and you don't have a chance to defend it, but then the lob dunk, those are hard to defend. But that's about the third or fourth time tonight that Wright State's just mishandled the ball, and it's resulted in a easy basket for Toledo.
Next free throw is good. Amari Bay makes 2. The Raiders have only missed 1 on 10 attempts. Cooper and Amari Bay are out. Pangonis and Alamutu are in for Wright State. Down by 14 with 7:08 left. Sonny Wilson dribbles up against Callahan. Wilson in double digits. 4 Rockets in double figures. Craig wants the ball inside. Spin move, Vanderjack. Picks it up, back out to Blyden Jr. with 10 to shoot. Stop and go dribble, Blyden Jr. Lost it, traveled.
Yeah. That's their second turnover here in the second half. Second turnover. And they have scored. I mean, they've had the ball here in the second half 22 times, and they have scored on 18 of those, or 17 of those possessions. It's hard to win when you can't defend better than that. I mean, when the other team scores on 17 of 22 possessions, you're not going to win that.
Alamutu outside the arc. Had the ball tipped away by Strong, but Callahan goes back to get it. Loose on the floor. Birch has it with 10 on the shot clock. Birch back in the offensive end. Birch, scoop shot off the glass is good. 69-57, and a steal by Alamutu. Right near midcourt. Oh my, an offensive foul.
Come on. I don't know what he was thinking there. That's not a good play.
Alamutu was motioning for one of the players to move.
And hit him.
And he hit the defender.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional. I mean, Sam wasn't trying to clear space. I don't know if we'll see this or not. I guess we will. You know, sometimes you do this to clear space.
Yeah, he pushed off.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Parks spinning. Looks like he traveled. And he did.
That's good defense by Michael there.
Knocked him off balance.
Yeah, he played physical with him.
12 turnovers now for Toledo. Wright State with 15. Trailing by 12 with 5:58 to play.
Wright State's still got a chance here. If they can't have dry possessions. I mean, there's 6 minutes to go. You're down 12 points. It's not insurmountable, but you can't have turnovers, and you've got to have great possessions.
Birch, pass to Alamutu. Alamutu to Callahan. Rises up the three-pointer, short. Into the corner it goes. Is saved by Alamutu, but he stepped on the line.
Just don't like the shot, Chris. You're down 12. You're not going to get back with it on a. You know, there's no such thing as a 12-point shot. Get the ball inside.
And you're in bonus. You're in the bonus.
I mean, that's just not a good shot. I'm sorry. I mean,
Wilson gets the inbounds pass. Callahan picks him up in the backcourt. 69-57 Rockets. 5.5 minutes left to play. Wilson off the dribble, flips it over to Craig. Craig against Alamutu. Now Wilson with it again. Wilson in traffic. Lofted, tipped away, stolen. Alamutu. Sam with a dribble, pitches it back to Birch. Birch at the free throw line. Needs some help. Tosses it out to Amari Bay. Raiders reset with 20 on the shot clock. Birch spinning at the free throw line. Leans it up with the right hand and scores.
Now that's a good shot.
TJ Birch with 4 off the bench. Raiders down by 10 with exactly 5 minutes to play.
That's a good shot. That was a good possession. Don't foul. Yeah. Okay, we call timeout.
We'll keep it right here, Jim.
Yeah, well,
30-second timeout.
This game, I mean, the Raiders, if preaching to these guys, because that, I've watched enough basketball to know that a 10-point lead with 5 minutes to go in today's game
with a 3-point shot.
Yeah, is nothing to celebrate.
Vanderjagt will inbound. 20 on the shot clock. He'll get it to Wilson.
But you got to defend. I mean, you can't give up easy baskets.
Toledo's going to go back inside, which has been their bread and butter.
Well, that's smart basketball.
Off the dribble, stolen. Knocked away by Birch. Over to Callahan. Back to Birch. Birch leaves it for Callahan. Lays it in. Raiders trail by 8.
Yeah, I think Wright State got away with a foul there. I mean, I think T.J. Birch ripped him across the arm, but, isn't the first mistake the referees have made tonight, so it went in Wright State's favor.
69-61, Toledo with the ball. Wilson over to Craig. Back to Wilson. Wilson off the dribble, spinning, taking it into the paint. Off balance with a shot.
Yeah, big basket. That's what good players do, Chris. They answer. He took it right down inside.
Callahan back for Wright State. Now Birch off the screen. Birch spinning, goes inside, off the glass, scores again.
Yeah, he's a nice player. I really like him. I think he probably needs to play a little bit more, but, I mean, he's a nice player. It's made 2 nice back-to-basket plays here, and that's a big possession for Wright State. They need to get a stop.
71-63 Rockets. Wilson splits the defense. Gets his man in the air off the glass, scores.
Nice job.
Boy, Wilson taking over, started out slow. He's got 15. 10-point lead for the Rockets with 3.5 minutes to play. Amari Bay being guarded tightly by Vanderjagt. Pangonis leans in. Shot doesn't go, but he's fouled.
That's all right. You're going to shoot 2 free throws. The clock's not running.
And we'll take the under 4-minute timeout. See if the Raiders have a comeback here, for Toledo can hold on. We will take a break with 3:21 remaining.
You're down 10. There's 3:21 to go. You still have, but that clock's running. I mean, and Wilson has made 2 big back-to-basket, back-to-back plays for Toledo.
First one from Pangonis. Misses it off the rim. Hit the front, rolled off the right. Lead remains 10 for Toledo. 1 more for Pangonis. The Raiders are now in the double bonus in the final 3:21, trailing by 10, trailing by 9. Full court pressure. Michael Cooper back into the game for Wright State. Blyden Jr. working against T.J. Birch. They get it across the line. Couple of seconds to spare. Wilson back out near midcourt. He'll get the ball to Craig. Hands it back to Wilson.
Yeah.
Back out front to Craig. Craig feeds it out to Vanderjagt. Vanderjagt strong, and whistle before the shot.
I don't know what he called.
I don't either.
No, I guess he called foul. A hand check foul.
Okay. Pangonis is called for the foul. Away from the ball. Clock stops with 2:58 to play. 73-64 Rockets. Inbounds pass to Parks. Parks back to Wilson. Wilson double teamed. Back to Parks. Down in low Craig, and he's fouled.
Now Sam Alamudo was ball watching there, and his man just made a cut to the basket, and Sam was late and had to recover and commit a foul. You got to see ball, see man, and when you're away from the ball, and Sam just got caught watching the ball, which is an easy thing to do, but it's going to cost him possibly 2 points here.
Sean Craig likes playing here at the Nutter Center. His first one is good. Had 26 as a member of IU Indy last year. And you look at his line tonight, 18 points, 8 of 10 from the floor, made his only 3. He's also grabbed 8 rebounds, which is a team high. Alamutu is out.
Yeah, he made he made a defensive error there. You just don't make at this time of the game. You just can't afford to do that.
Second free throw is good. 75-64, back to an 11-point lead for Toledo. Here's Birch off the dribble. Lane line, feeds it back out to Cooper. Cooper, skip pass over to Birch. Birch looking inside.
That's double dribble.
That's a double dribble on Birch, a turnover. Number 16 in the game for the Raiders. Clint Sargent can't be happy with that. He's going to make a substitution. Solomon Callahan in. And who's coming out?
Brian
Okay, Brian Itunu.
Let's get a little bit more quickness and, well, not quickness, but guard play in the game.
Ball handlers. Wilson in the backcourt. Still with a dribble, double teamed. Throws it over to Vanderjack. Crosses midcourt to Craig. Craig into the corner. Blyden Jr. Blyden Jr. through the lane. Missed a shot. Craig there. Blocked by Amari Bay. Ball loose. Picked up by Michael Cooper. Raiders with the ball, trailing by 11. Here's Cooper with it. Had it tipped away and stolen by Blyden Jr. Over to Wilson. Wilson, jump stop in the paint. Good. Boy, Blyden Jr. and Wilson are absolutely quick with the steal.
That's the second time tonight they've taken the ball from Michael Cooper on a reverse dribble.
Here's Birch going in strong. Out of bounds, last touch by Toledo. Just 1:49 remaining, a 13-point lead for the Rockets. So we mentioned coming into this game, Toledo had lost their first two games, both of them at home. So you can see they were angry.
Yeah, they were. You can be angry and still play bad. I mean, they were angry
played
and
excellent
they played really well. Yeah.
Here's Amari Bay to the bucket. Knocked out of bounds. Officials say it was not touched, and it belongs to Toledo. Toledo 4 in double figures. 19 for Craig. 17 for Wilson, 14 for Parks, 13 for Vanderjack.
Yeah, I can tell you this. Clint Sargent's not going to sleep well tonight because this has been an absolute. This isn't a team that he's been watching in practice and their two games that they've played. The one game here against.
Ball stripped, stolen by Cooper. At midcourt, leaves it for Pangonis. Lays it up, missed it, fouled. 1:27 remaining. Dominic Pangonis. 11 points off the bench.
I mean, Wright State wasn't great in the first half, but they were decent. And for this to happen to them in the second half, I mean, this is not something that Clint has watched in practice or Clint has watched, in their exhibition game. They had two exhibition games. One was closed to the public up in Akron, which ended in a tie game, and then the one that people could actually watch against Ohio U.
Pangonis with 12.
Two teams Toledo's going to have to compete against. We watched the Ohio U game, and quite frankly, I think Ohio U's, based on what I saw that night, they're every bit as good as Toledo, maybe better.
Second free throw good. 13 for Pangonis.
But what Clint Sargent's watched tonight doesn't resemble in any way what he's watched in those previous four contests.
Well, Toledo was the team that came out strong in the second half. Went on a 10-0 run to change the complexion of the game.
Oh, it did. You're right. I mean,
11-point lead.
That's what's hard to understand because, I mean, Wright State had a 5-point lead at halftime. They hadn't played great, but they had played decent. They hadn't turned the ball over. Rebounds were fairly even. And, at the start of the second half, I felt like Wright State just didn't have any energy. I mean, they weren't cutting like they were in the first half. They weren't making cuts. But they didn't have an answer for Toledo all night long in the paint. I mean, Toledo dominated the paint.
And they established that early.
Yes, yeah. Right away.
Was good by Craig.
Right away. You're right, Chris. I mean, right away, the first 4 or 5 possessions of the game, they went right inside. Now, Wright State regrouped from that and actually got the lead, but Toledo dominated the Raiders in the paint tonight.
And the second one is good by Craig. It's a big night. He's got 20. 79-66, 1:10 remaining. Toledo with the lead. Wright State with the ball.
Too much dribbling.
Callahan to Amari Bay. Amari Bay goes in on Strong, plays it in. That was a mismatch.
Well, see, that's what's got to happen a lot more for the Raiders is they've got to go inside to Michael because Michael's a good passer. He can score inside.
Wilson calling a timeout as he's double teamed out in their midcourt. Stops the clock with 51.1 seconds remaining.
I mean, there's 51 seconds to go. It doesn't really matter right now what Wright State does in terms of. because, this is, in my view, way too early to be starting college basketball. I mean, football season still got 3 or 4 games to go. I just think it's way too early to start college basketball, but that's what we're faced with. So, a lot of people aren't ready for college basketball, so the attendance.
Wilson gets it over to Vanderjagt.
It's like there's not a very good
and
crowd.
A foul on Pangonis.
Very good crowd here tonight, which, if you were playing Toledo and it was in late December, early January, I think you'd have a nice crowd, but not tonight.
79-68 Rockets. A chance to add on to that lead. Vanderjagt in double figures with 13. He's a perfect 2 for 2 at the line. Toledo has outscored Wright State 45-29, make it 46-29 in the second half. And it's now a 12-point advantage. Vanderjagt, the transfer from Central Michigan, began his career at Belmont.
That's really unusual that a young man would transfer in the league, from Central Michigan to Toledo. I find that fascinating.
He's from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah, it makes it even more fascinating that why he would. Maybe it's money. maybe I'm being naive.
It's well beyond what we know about.
Yeah.
But he's a member of the Rockets, and he's had a great game tonight. Cooper gets it into the offensive end, launches a long 3, and drains it. Cooper now with 15, his first points in the second half. On the other end of the floor, Wilson with 32 seconds remaining. Out front, dribbling between the double team, and gets fouled. It's a 10-point lead for the Rockets. Boy, Wilson, 17 points. Most of those coming here in the second half.
Yeah, about all of them in the second. I think he only had 4 at halftime.
Yep. But it's been a team effort.
Well, they've had balanced scoring. But where they've hurt the Raiders is that 14 by Parks and that 21 by Craig. The Raiders haven't had a match for that. I mean,
free throw is short. Rebound Cooper.
Marabay has 17, but nobody else.
Oh, Cooper goes down, lost it, and a turnover. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds remain. Raiders still tracing the ball. And now they're just going to back off. So the Toledo Rockets began the season 0-2, losing their first 2 games at home. But Todd Kowalczyk's team rights themselves, trailing by 5 at half, and they come away to outscore the Raiders in the second half, 47-32. Final score here tonight, it was Toledo 81 and the Raiders 71.
Really good win for Toledo. I mean, it is a